So, I bought the ugliest car in the world, by some opinions. Meet the 2004 Pontiac Aztek. It's not exactly the cutest car they've ever built, or the sportiest car they've ever built. It definitely doesn't handle as well as some of the other cars they've built. So what you have is utility. That's the main thing it was built for, and it does it pretty well actually. So we're going to cover a few of those things today, and go over some of the highs and lows on this particular project car. So some of the highlights of this car are, we'll say lowlights of this car, are the front headlights and grille. They are awful. It's sort of stacked on top. They don't match at all. It looks like they tried to take a Sunfire and just stack the bottom a little higher. It ends up looking like something off of Family Vacation. Some of the highlights of the car are that it's actually pretty sharp, and as we'll look into in a few, it actually has a huge space in the back. So as far as this one goes, is the 04. There was no longer any ugly plastic panels on the bottom, so that was nice, all painted. This particular one, the plan at least, is for pretty much a full Walter White Breaking Bad replica. So follow me for that. It's going to get real interesting as we get it all painted up. Alright, so the engine on this thing is also unimpressive. They designed it to look like an off-road car, but it did not have off-road power. One nice thing about the hood, it has shocks. It has shocks, so a lot of your high-end cars don't even have that sometimes. So it's nice, it's convenient. You don't have to prop a hood up or whatever. The engine in here is a 3.4 to a 4-speed automatic transmission. It's the same setup as they had in the Chevy Venture minivan, because the platform is shared by the Chevy Venture minivan. So all the good looks that GM was trying to go for, even if they fell short, completely fell out when they dropped this drivetrain inside. One of the many projects we're going to be working on this car is the fact that the transmission doesn't really shift out of first. Alright, so the interior on this particular car is disgusting. It's filthy. I parked it out here for about a week and a half, and it already has ants in it. There will be a cleaning video coming, and we will make this interior look a lot better. Not perfect. It's a 16-year-old car, so we'll do what we can. Some of the interior things I do like. The steering wheel has several good spots to grip. It's a little worn now on the top specifically, but not bad. The cruise is the basic GM cruise, very easy to work with. It does have it. The 4-speed automatic, like I said before, needs some serious work on this one. So there'll be a rebuild. I'm probably going to hire somebody to do it just because I'm feeling lazy. Some of the nice things I do like here too is the gauges themselves. Got kind of a carbon fiber look. It's kind of edgy for 04, or for cars nowadays even. It's pretty nice to have. I love these vents. They have them in the Jeeps, they have them in here. Basic, sturdy, outdoorsy type vent that really just doesn't break that easily, and it's nice to have something like that. I don't know why they put so many cheap plastic vents in so many other cars. The dash here is actually coming apart, so there's a negative for sure. Apparently it happens a lot, especially in hot climates. So that's one wonderful thing. The rest of the options in here are pretty bare bones. Basic AC, basic radio CD player, nothing fancy there. Grab handles for when you're off-roading even though you can't. And usually a built-in cooler. This one did not come with one, however I've already ordered one. So I'll show you that here in upcoming videos as well. Overall, a comfy interior. We'll go through some more issues as it goes along. For instance, I have to use a pen to remove my key. There's a lot of little issues with this car. A lot of little missing pieces. Cup holders, I've already ordered extra pieces. Little lights and attachments. All that kind of stuff's getting put in. So it will look a lot more factory when it's done. For now, we'll pull around and check out how cavernous the back of this car is. So as if the back of this thing did not look bad enough when it first came out, by 2004 they had added this incredibly hideous spoiler. To make it worse, there was a Rally Edition, which had an even bigger spoiler, which doesn't help the look of the back of this car. It's choppy. Nothing this choppy and ugly has happened since until the Cybertruck, which I'm sure we'll talk about at some point in future videos. The interesting thing though is, as ugly as this is the most functional thing on this entire redesigned minivan that we call the Aztek, because it opens up and down. So this one has a bad switch out front, but it opens all the way up, and then a tailgate drops down with slow roller as it drops. Now I've removed the back seats already. I'm going to include that in some point in the video. However, like, this is the amount of space you have if there's just two of you traveling, or you want to pull the seats out real quick and do some camping. Another nice option on these cars is the ability to make space fast. You can take these seats out by yourself very quickly. Pull the strap, lift it up, pull your handle, and out the seat goes. The cargo space here is cavernous, so feel free to put as many boxes or bags or pieces of small furniture that you want in here. I mean, you could potentially put a couch and just let it hang out the back a little bit. So as far as a small SUV that gets good gas mileage, you really can't beat the space on this thing. GM spent a lot of time and effort on this, only to fall incredibly short when the time finally came to put it to the market. The design was crazy, and they went with it, and they pushed for it, and then they underpinned it with a minivan, and they ruined everything that they had planned. One of the good things that came from it is a cultural icon. It's recognizable. You can't miss it going down the road. I think we can all think of at least one time we saw one bright yellow Aztek driving down the road and it caught our eye. It has that effect. Another iconic thing that we can all remember this car for is the show Breaking Bad. Walter White had his green one in there. It's actually a custom color painted by the producer's choice on the color of the vehicle. And it was kind of a downtrodden feel to Walter White's character throughout the show. He had this old beater. The wheel was a steel wheel in the back corner, which I'm looking for, and the whole thing was this cute green. So that's what this one's eventually going to look like, and it should be fun. So like and subscribe as I do body work. We get the engine and transmission running right, clean the interior, fix the things that need replaced in there, and overall just provide you some more information on the Pontiac Aztek among some of the other cars in the collection as they come along. So like, subscribe, follow, and there'll be more in the future.